Awesome. Here's a highly detailed, copyright-safe summary of One Piece Chapter 12, crafted for your everything-in-one brand and structured to exceed 3 minutes of narration time with rich descriptions, character focus, and story depth that connects emotionally and visually for your audience. Everything in One presents One Piece Chapter 12, The Dog and the Pirate. Welcome back to Everything in One, your home for deep dive anime and manga storytelling. In today's chapter breakdown, we're exploring Chapter 12 of One Piece, titled The Dog and the Pirate. This isn't your usual high stakes battle chapter. It's something more subtle, more emotional, and more profound. A tale of loyalty, loss, and quiet bravery. This chapter peels back the layers of One Piece to reveal the world beyond pirates and treasure. A world filled with people trying to survive in the shadow of power. Let's dive right in. Setting the scene, Orange Town after the raid. As the smoke settles from Luffy and Zoro's intense battle with Buggy and his crew, the atmosphere in Orange Town remains tense. The pirates may have been temporarily pushed back, but the scars of their invasion still linger. Houses are damaged, shops are looted, and fear hangs heavy in the air. We're brought into a quiet street, slightly removed from the chaos, where the aftermath of Buggy's occupation has left small businesses shuttered. The townspeople are either hiding or have fled. But in the middle of this broken world, something unexpected catches the eye. A small dog standing silently in front of a locked storefront. This dog isn't barking or growling. He isn't cowering in fear or running away. He's just there, guarding the shop like a loyal sentinel. Meet Choo Choo, loyalty beyond words. This silent protector is Choo Choo, a small white dog with a big heart. He's not just standing there because he's lost or scared. He's guarding the pet food shop once owned by his beloved master, a man who raised him, cared for him, and unfortunately passed away due to illness. Choo Choo now stands in place of that man, not because anyone told him to, but because it's all he has left of his former life. This moment is tender, even tragic. In a world filled with devil fruit powers, bounty hunting pirates, and explosive battles, this simple image, a loyal dog guarding an empty shop, stands out as deeply human. It's the kind of storytelling that reminds us why One Piece is so much more than just a shonen action series. Enter Moji. Destruction wears a grin. But peace never lasts long when pirates are near. As Luffy and Zoro explore the town, they encounter Moji, a tamer from Buggy's crew. With his giant lion Richie in tow, Moji represents the brute strength and senseless cruelty of Buggy's faction. His goal isn't to conquer the town or even fight our heroes. It's far pettier than that. He wants to loot and destroy, to prove his power over something, or someone, weaker. Moji notices Choo Choo standing outside the store and mocks him. A dog guarding a shop? How pathetic. Richie growls and snarls, and Moji decides to make an example of this small guardian. And just like that, destruction begins. The shop burns, but not the spirit. What follows is brutal and gut-wrenching. Moji orders Richie to attack. The lion charges forward, pummeling the entrance, knocking Choo Choo aside, and setting the shop ablaze. The flames rise high into the sky, engulfing the shop in a fiery orange glow, a cruel parody of the once vibrant Orange Town. Choo Choo can only watch in horror. This isn't just a shop, it's his memory, his purpose, his connection to the man who loved him. Every can of food, every shelf, every box, it all meant something. And now it's being reduced to ash. He runs in vain, trying to stop the fire, barking and crying. But he's just a dog, loyal, determined, but powerless against flame and fury. Yet even in his helplessness, Choo Choo doesn't run away. He stays. He fights back the only way he knows how, by standing guard, even as the smoke burns his lungs and the heat scorches his fur. Luffy's rage, a hero for the little guy. Luffy witnesses the entire scene, and for all his carefree attitude and goofy moments, this is where his true nature shines. He doesn't laugh, he doesn't shrug it off. He gets angry, deeply, righteously angry. To Luffy, the destruction of the shop isn't just a loss of property. It's a violation of loyalty, of love, of something pure in a world tainted by greed and power. In Choo Choo, Luffy sees something noble, a kindred spirit. And so, with his trademark resolve, Luffy steps in. He doesn't give Moji a grand speech. He doesn't make any threats. He just acts. He unleashes a Gomu Gomu no pistol and sends Moji flying with one powerful punch. Richie is taken down swiftly. The battle isn't long, and it isn't glorious. It's swift, decisive, and symbolic. Luffy fights for Chushu, not for treasure, not for pride, but because it's the right thing to do. Picking up the pieces, hope in the ashes. After the fight, Luffy quietly walks over to Chushu, who sits in front of the still smoking rubble. The shop is gone, but Luffy offers Chushu something precious, the remaining food salvaged from the ruins. A small gesture, but one filled with compassion. Chushu doesn't speak. He can't. But the way he accepts the food, the way he stands beside Luffy, says it all. He understands. Luffy didn't just fight for justice. He fought for him. This moment becomes a turning point, not just for the chapter, but for the tone of the One Piece world. We begin to see that Luffy's adventure isn't just about the Grand Line or becoming Pirate King. It's about protecting the small things, the forgotten people, the quiet battles fought every day by those with no power. Conclusion? A small dog, a big message. Chapter 12 of One Piece may not feature a grand battle or major plot reveal, but it's one of the most emotionally resonant chapters in the early arcs. Choo-Choo, a simple dog with unwavering loyalty, becomes a symbol of what it means to stand for something, even when the world is burning around you. Luffy's defense of Choo-Choo's shop cements his role as more than a dreamer. He's a protector, a hero, someone who understands that true strength isn't measured in how many enemies you defeat, but how many lives you uplift. Thank you for watching Everything in One. If you loved this emotional chapter as much as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Everything in One, your home for passionate and powerful storytelling. Chapter 13 is right around the corner, so stay tuned as the Straw Hat journey continues. Let me know when you're ready for Chapter 13. I can deliver it in the same style or scale it up even more if you want to cross 5 minutes or longer per audio.